from the heart attack. One maniac at a time, we will take it back. You know time crawls on when you're waiting for the song to start. So dance alone to the beat of your heart. Hey, young blood, doesn't it feel like our time is running out? I'm gonna change you like a remix, then I'll raise you like a phoenix. Wearing our vintage misery. No, I think it looked a little better on me. I'm gonna change you like a remix, then I'll raise you like a phoenix. Put on your war paint.
Stop number 3 of the season here in the Boundary Series brings us to Las Vegas. We're here today for the running of the Kobalt Tools 400, and should be an interesting race. The nationwide drivers ran under the lights, but here today the Cup guys will be running during the day in front of this large capacity crowd here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Great track. The weather looks very nice today, pretty warm. Track should be interesting. We'll see who can stay up front and who will be the comers, who will be the goers. We'll wait and see though. On the pole today in the Jive Den Hunter Chevrolet out of Hendrick Motorsports, the number 24 Chevrolet of Joseph Lombard, Rookie of the Year contender. Outside of him in the FedEx ground car for Joe Gibbs Racing in the 11, that is James Qualls. Row 2 has Joshua Mudd out of Michael Walker Racing in the 15, and the outside of him is the posted Ford of Ryan Acosta. Row 3 consists of Barney Ward in the 8 and Steven Gonzalez in the Aaron's Dream Machine. Row 4 has Kurt Morchnik, another rookie battling for Rookie of the Year honors. He's starting in the 7th position alongside the 51 Phoenix Racing car of Rohit Vaderview, another rookie. And round out your top 10 is the 44 Joshua Collard, another rookie, and Liam Mervig in the GM Goodwrench number 3. We'll see what happens though. Pichu London, the points leader, coming into today's race. It's starting about mid-pack. We'll see him. He's in different colors along with a lot of other drivers. But I will not hold you guys much longer. We're going to go and get the command and get ready to go racing here at Las Vegas. The cars appear to look, they are fired up. Yep, and you see the fuel being burned. As the cars go rolling by, looks so far nobody's having problems. As the field rolls by, get ready to take the green flag here at Las Vegas. Here's your starting lineup for today's Kobalt Tools 400. We are back. There to look at today's starting grid for race number 3 of the season. Behind the Chevy Camaro pace car, Joseph Lombard and James Qualls, a couple of drivers looking for a win. Qualls has not won a race in over a season after winning 3 races again the chase back in season 3. Winless season 4, he looks to get a win. Joseph Lombard trying to get his first career win. A lot of hungry drivers wanting to win today here at the front. The pace car is off and we are racing here at Las Vegas. The green flag is out and now we're heading off into turn number 1 for the first time today. Drivers will slide up in the corner off turn 3 and 4 especially. Turn 4 has been a calamity corner this weekend. These drivers had a lot of problems getting off that corner. When they're really close to somebody rides up the hill, they bounce off the wall and causes a wreck. Hopefully we won't see a lot of that today. We got 40 laps though. And it looks like Lombard is going to lead the first lap. We've got cars in the wall, including our points leader back there, Pichu London. Scraped the wall back there. And Joseph Lombard will lead the first lap here today. Joseph trying to get on the right foot this season. He's had a couple of wrecks to start the season. Got a collection in both races. He got in a wreck. And right now he's pulling away right now, actually by a lot. See the interval. Racing hard for second place. They're actually 3 wide for second. Barney Ward, Joshua Mudd, they get together, but they keep it going. Kurt Mortonick, oh my, Kurt Mortonick is a pinball right now. And out of nowhere, here comes Joshua Collard. He moves into second. That valve lean forward, it looks like he has a pretty strong car as Mortonick and Barney Ward are still going at it. James Qualls, the outside post here, starting to slide back. He's in the middle. Gonna fall behind Joshua Mudd. Here comes the 77 of Richard Johnson. And Sean Henley in a new look in the Viagra 25, the runner-up last week at Phoenix. And Kurt Mortonick slid up the track again. Him and Barney Ward have been going at it. Danny Wells and Michael Norman, a couple of drivers, have worked their way up into the top 5. They started outside the top 10. They've been coming to the front. The Athlete car looks pretty fast right now, and Danny Wells is looking to try to get a season going. He's had a dismal start. He's been in a couple of wrecks as well. He's going to try to work his way up as Joshua Collard and Joseph Lombard will be battling for the lead possibly soon. We're going to take a look in the back right now. There's Cody Birmingham back here with the 17. That's the Zest Ford of Tim Freilich, Red Bell, Sean Galligan. And only a couple of cars up from them is our points leader. There's Pichu London in a new look this week. He's actually dropped to the back. He was 34th last time by, and he's continuing to go back. Just got passed by the Daytona winner, the Daytona 500 champion, John Dillon. He's also in the back. And Pichu London came in this race as the points leader, and he's continuing to fall back. He had a 5-point lead over Joshua Collard, and Kurt Mortonick was only 8 points back, and they were up in the top 10. Collard's second, Mortonick is 5th, so you obviously lose a points leader there. There was last season's champion, James McLeod, as he sees Justin Perry just rub doors with both Cody Lamas and then rub doors with James Silverfox in the 91. Cody Lamas trying to have a good showing today. The race is sponsored by Kobalt, and he started dead last today. He's worked his way up a little bit towards the front. He's trying to still work up there. Oh, Barney Ward just big time hit the wall. Roy Vaderview and Steven Gonzalez, they start up toward the front too, and they're already back here mired mid-pack. Trying to see that. There's Daniel Hummel. Ryan Acosta slip in front of Joshua Mudd. That 20 car looks like he's on the move. He's following Aaron Williams to the front. And that's a 56 that's very blurry for some reason. I don't know why he's blurry. That's Jacob Lawler. That car wasn't blurry the last time I tested this. Brian James in the State Water Heaters Ford out of Roush Fenway Racing, kind of working his way up there. Dylan Young looks like he's got in the wall. Seth Cole is right there. There's Jack Richards. He's been talk a little bit for the first 2 races. He's finished last in both the last 2, or should I'm going to lose that one. Jack Richards finished last in the first 2 races of the season, so he's only got a grand total of 4 points. Right now he's running in the 14th position, so anything besides last sounds good for that 81 team. They're already in a big hole right now in points. Trent down over here in the Bass Pro colors, trying to hang on to 12th, but James Quall is going to get around him. There's Andreas Allen, who is a guy I just found out. I failed first 2 races. I don't know if it's Andreas or Andreas. I'm pretty sure it's Andreas. I don't know, whatever. But it is a guy, he, not she, he, is running right now in 11th. Behind last week's winner, there he is, William Duncan. He's worked his way into the top 10. That 19 car with the Jack Daniels look this week. There's Kurt Mortonick, Zohar Munn, Sean Henley, Sean Williams going around Sean Henley. Battle of the Seans. That is for 7th place. Or 6th, close enough. And Joseph Lombard's actually, I think, just got in the wall. He just dropped back. Does he have damage? No, he slid up. I don't know what happened to Lombard. He was leading a lap ago, and now he's back to 5th. Johnson's gone by. There's Michael Norman, Danny Wells, and now the new leader is now Joshua Collard, who led a lap, and as of right now would be the new points leader. And he said that 44 car wasn't sure about picking it, and look how he's done so far this season. He's won the pole already for the 500. He's finished, well, I think he's finished the top 10 in both races this season. And he's running right now up at the front leading. Oh, we've had a wreck. I thought I heard something. That's Tony Vendetta in the 38. Dom Capps in the 22. Ryan Acosta. Rohit Vaderview. There's Callum Wells. He's in trouble. I don't think anybody else got damage. The 14 has a little bit of damage. That's Charles Jackson. Red Bell and Pichu London has some side damage. I don't know where the wreck happened. Barney Ward. There's a lot of drivers were involved in the wreck. I barely heard it. The aftermath of it, I think. And we got a battle for the lead. Joshua Collard lost the lead, and Danny Wells just got hung up behind Tony Vendetta. Wow, that just really changed a lot of stuff. Michael Norman in the 99 just ran off with the lead. He had a huge lead. Now Danny Wells has to worry about the 77 and the 24 again. And Collard was leading the lap and go, is back to 5th place again. That really hurt him. That could be a problem right now with that 38 being so slow. If people can maneuver around him pretty quickly. he could cause a wreck. I don't think anybody wants to be around him when that happens. Especially Seth Cole, he's one of those drivers. Or Jack Richards, who does not want to be around him. He's finished last 2 races in a row. So good news for Jack Richards, he won't finish last today. We already got a couple of cars dropping out of the race, so Jack Richards is guaranteed something better than last. We got 3 wide up here. Wow, what is this for? This is for 13th, I believe. Brian James, Jacob Lawler, a couple rookies with veteran, and last season a chaser. Trent Dunham and Brian James hooked the 56 up into the wall. I don't think Jacob Lawler is going to be happy with that 6 car. It's a couple of buddies up in front of him, Seth Cole in the 52 and Trent Dunham in the 1. Battle side by side 4 position. That's going to prevail and get the spot. And Joshua Collar cannot get off the wall. Look at the damage on the 44. Heavy damage to the passenger side of that 44 car. He has gotten in the wall and pancaked that side of that race car. And that's really hurting his performance on his car. He's dropped out of the top 10. He's back to 12th. And he must have hit, I don't know how he hit that so hard. He might have hit it repeatedly the last couple of laps. But up back at the front as we got battle for 3rd. Danny Wells just got by Joseph Lombard for it. And Zohar Mutton in the Kodak Dodge Charger will take 4th. Zohar looks to be a car on the move right now. He's going to follow Danny by Joseph, the pole sitter. It's been kind of a trend we saw in a couple of races. Oh, do we have a wreck? No, that's Ryan Acosta. That's Michael Norman's teammate off the pace. While we have a break, we're going to go and check exactly what happened. That multi-car wreck that included Ryan Acosta there. We'll see what happened. And we'll go check the replay out right now, as Michael Norman is your race leader. So this is toward the back. And they're kind of racing 3 wide. Rohit Vaderview and Sean Galligan right there. You see them rubbing doors behind Ryan Acosta. And just Galligan forced the 51 up the track. Rohit stuck in the middle, just a 43. Oh, Galligan had nothing to do with that. I don't know if the 43 got in the 51. Rohit Vaderview goes up into Ryan Acosta. Dom Capps, innocent victim. Nothing he could do there. Cody Birmingham, how did he get through that? I don't know. He did get a little piece of it, actually. They're wrecking. The 22, 51, 43 does go around. 16 wrecks. And then Callum Wells already wrecked. I was wondering where that part of the wreck came from. And these drivers are all slowing down. Hey, if you guys heard Family Guy, I have Netflix playing right now. But now we're going to go back and see what happened to Callum Wells. And he's back here. Oh, him and his teammate. This is the lap prior to that other wreck. P2 London, actually, the 42 and the 9 were together, and the 42 might have hooked the 38 and turned him up into his teammate, Callum Wells. So Tony Vendetta might have not been at fault on that, but that's the worst nightmare for a car owner, especially for Robert Yates. And the pace car died. No big deal. And worst nightmare for an owner to see both your cars wreck each other like that. And wow, Callum Wells can come up right in front of our points leader, P2 London, Jake Rogers, and Charles Jackson. He hit the wall hard. And look at Vendetta back there. He hit the wall hard. Both the Robert Yates Racing entries taken out in this wreck that could have basically been triggered by our points leader, P2 London, hooking the Rubbermaid Ford up into the 28 of Callum Wells. So that's what happened right there for those wrecks. And we'll go back to live action. I believe something just happened that involved Ryan Acosta. And we are back, and Ryan Acosta did just get in a wreck, and there goes Xavier Livingston around. Justin Perry's in it. We got a huge crash. Wow, I don't know what just happened. They're still piling in. A huge crash, a multi-car crash. Cars are having car sex. Wow. I don't know where to begin. The points leader, P2 London, was involved. I don't even know what just happened. Cars are smoking. Justin Perry was in it. James McLeod was in it. There's Jacob Lawler. Sean Galligan was in it. There's Charles Jackson, Barney Ward, Rohit Vaderview. There's the leaders racing for the lead while they're splitting a slow Barney Ward. I don't know who else was involved. There's Xavier Livingston. He has damage. Red Bell was in it. There's James McLeod. Continuing on, there's Tony Vendetta, Tim Freilich, Kurt Morchenick, third in the standings. There's Ryan Acosta. There's Rohit Vaderview. There's P2 London on pit road. I cannot cycle through quick enough. Jacob Lawler. There's Daniel Hummel. Brian James. That was a huge wreck. I heard it right before the replay started. I heard somebody wreck, and I had a good idea where it came from. But Ryan Acosta just triggered a huge crash. I believe it might have been contact between the 16 and the 18 that started that. we'll have to wait and see. And they're right next to each other on pit road too. How much of a coincidence that is. There's no going to be sharing text messages or anything. I have no idea where I was going with that. I guess nobody's going to be sending each other Christmas cards. But we'll have to go back and check that out in a minute. This time Bow will be halfway. And Michael Norman, I think, hung up on a Rohit Vader view and lost the lead. And he dropped a few spots. And now it's a battle between the Penske teammates here. Richard Johnson in the 77 and Zohar Mutton in the 12. They're running good dom caps. One of the Penske entrants already got involved in a crash. Dylan Young's outside the top 10. He's running 12th. He's also up there in the point standings. Dylan Young is in 4th in the points. And how everybody else is running, Dylan Young is trying to make a run at the points lead. Go back to see where he is. We got a battle for 5th place between Sean Henley and William Duncan, who battled it out for the win last week. These two drivers, with William Duncan prevailing at Tweenix. And now William Duncan's going to sneak by Henley, and Michael Norman dropped back to 7th. He continued to fall back, and he's going to slide by Sean Henley back for 6th. There's Seth Cole in 8th. Sean Williams in 9th, and there's Liam Irving in 10th. Looking back for Dylan Young, who got held up behind the slow car Rohit Vader view, along with Joshua Collard, who has a pancaked right side of his car, and Aaron Williams got hung up as well. And there's the Daytona 500 winner John Dillon, also trying to sneak by the wounded Phoenix Racing Chevrolet or Rohit Vader view. James Silverfox has to be pretty lucky to be around all these wrecks. He's been almost in every single wreck today, but he's not getting one yet. He's running right now in the 20th position. They're about to go 4 wide. What are you guys doing? I think Collard is still off the pace in that 44. He just does not seem like to have the speed in that car since he knocked basically the toe out of it. And they're seriously thinking about going 4 wide. Guys, think about what you're doing. They don't like to think. Yep, they don't. There goes Aaron Williams, Silverfox there, piece of it, and Dylan Young. Surprise, surprise, don't have to show a replay for that one. Well, again, saw that coming. And Silverfox got damaged, and I just jinxed him. Sorry, James. And we got to change for the lead. I'm going to keep it up front as these guys are driving around the track. And Peach in London, how are you still in the race? I don't know. Right now he's at 28th. And Zohar Munn got around his teammate, Richard Johnson, the rookie. And now he's leading. We're past halfway already, and Penske's looking pretty good right now, even though they just had another one of their drivers wreck. 2 are having a bad day now, and 2 are up battling for the lead. Have a second gap over Danny Wells, who's running 3rd. He's kind of pulled away from now William Duncan. His lumbar back there, I think, hit the wall, and he's falling back now. He's going to fall to the clutches of Sean Henley and Seth Cole. William Duncan and Michael Norman both already slipped by the 24, and the pollster looks like he's struggling right now to find the handle on that race car. He's stuck on the high side especially. And look at the sight right there, the 24 and the 3, great memories there. As Liam Irving's actually kind of been on the move. He got around his teammate Sean Williams, he's up to 9th. Now he's going on 8th place, trying to get around the 24, Joseph Lombard. And Seth Cole's going after his Tweenix Racing teammate, Sean Henley, as Joseph Lombard got on the wall again. He just dropped that spot to Liam Irving, and now Sean Williams is going for the 9th spot on him. Here's Steven Gonzalez back here. He's up in 11th. He kind of fell back earlier on in the race. He started up in the top 10 in the running order at the start of the race, and he kind of fell back, but he's avoided wrecks, which is a plus. Something he's had a lot of problems avoiding his wrecks so far to start the season. Running 11th. He probably doesn't want me to jinx him, so I'll quit talking about him as soon as that sentence is over. Here is Andreas Allen. He's back here in 12th, having a good solid day. There's John Dillon running in the 13th position. 14th place right now is now Trent Dunham. Jack Richards is trying to hang on to 15th. The outside poster, James Qualls, is taking that spot from him right now. There's Joshua Mudd, who started up in the top 5. He's back here in the top 15 still, top 20. And a couple of wounded cars are trying to make it around now. James Silverfox and Joshua Collard both look like good cars earlier on. Just got a lot of damage now. 91 has front end damage, and now the 44 has some side damage we've already documented. Here's Jake Rogers back here. He's in 20th. Aaron Williams is 21st now after the wreck with Dylan Young, who's in 22nd. James McLeod's actually wounded around and continued on. He's in 23rd. Xavier Livingston is 24th. 25th is Cody Birmingham. Red Bell 26th. 27th is Rohit Vaderview, and Peachy Lund is 28th. 2 laps down, and the rest of the field has actually dropped out of the race. And we got a tight battle for the lead. I was about to update who's all out of the race. The drivers are out of the race. are as follows: Jacob Lawler, Charles Jackson, Barney Ward, Kurt Mortonick, Tim Freilich, Brian James, Justin Perry, Daniel Hummel, Sean Galligan, Cody Lamas, Tony Vendetta, Brian Acosta, Dom Capps, and Callum Wells are out of the race. And we got a tight battle for the lead. You can throw in the top 6 people within a second. Liam Irving's up to 7th. He's got around Henley, Joseph Lombard, and Sean Williams the last couple of laps. He's worked his way up there. And right now, it is now Richard Johnson back out front. He just slipped around Zohar, and he's pulling away again. Kind of looks like a pattern of something going on. This time Bobby 9 laps to go as they're catching the points leader, Pichu London. Soon not to be points leader, I should say. At this rate, he'll be lucky to stay in the top 5 in point. Actually, no, maybe not. Kurt Mortonick had his problems. He dropped out of the race. Dylan Young got in a wreck, but he's still probably going to be ahead of him. Joshua Collar's trying to limp it around. Now the question is how they're going to maneuver around this 42. And he's going to be right in the way. He's going to catch him not in the corner like they wanted to. And now Danny Wells is going to kick to the high side back here. And now the 12 is going to get boxed in behind the 42. Not what he was looking for. Oh, maybe not. William Duncan's going to get held up. William Duncan's trying to go for 2 in a row. This second. Man, that 42 car's really messing him up, though. As Duncan's going to go low, Michael Norman's going to go low and box the 12 car in behind the wounded Korox Chevrolet out of Arnold Ganassi Racing. And now they're going to kick Pichu up to the high side. And he's going to hit the good old wall. Maybe not. Oh, he actually avoided. Yep, I knew that was coming. Oh, one more. Wait. 2 more. I didn't call it right. Anyway, after I about sneezed my brains out, we got Richard Johnson up here. He's catching Red Bell. And there is a gap back to William Duncan. Hey, this will be a good points day for him. Hit a dismal Daytona. Won last week at Phoenix and only his 2nd start and running 2nd place this week. William Duncan is on a hot streak right now in that 19 car out of Evernham Motorsports. His teammates are all taking hits today as well. The Dodges have not been doing that well. We got a couple at the front, but there have been a lot that have been wrecked today. And it's been a lot of these drivers' teammates. We look outside of Richard Johnson, William Duncan, and Zohar Martin. The rest of the Dodges haven't done good today. But those 3 right there in the top 4, thrown in there with the Ford Fusion of Michael Norman out of Roush Fenway Racing. He's in 3rd. And this time by will be 5 laps to go, and I think we had a wreck. Saw smoke, not sure. Oh, and Joseph Lombard is wrecked. The pole sitter was up there in the top 10. That's wrecked. I don't know with who. Who's back there wasn't up there. Somebody else had to hit him. I don't know. It might have been around with the 42. I'm not sure. We'll have to check that at the end of the race. Right now, we got a 3-car battle for the lead right now. Zohar Martin's going to try to catch back up. There's only 4 laps to go here in Las Vegas. The Kobalt Tools 400 is about to end. Michael Norman makes the move to the inside of William Duncan. The 99 has a great run, but can he get the run off the corner? No, he doesn't. He's going to fall in behind again. But does William Duncan have anything for Richard Johnson? Johnson's just driving calm and cool right now in that 77 car. Be Penske's first win if he can hang on this season. And if he wins, it'd be another rookie winning the season, keeping the veterans shut out. You look at the top 3, they're rookies. The first veteran's in 4th. That's Zohar Martin, so there's a good chance a rookie's going to win again today. That'll make it 3 for 3 this season as Michael Norman dives the inside of William Duncan for 2nd. He knows it's go time. This time by will be 2 laps to go for Richard Johnson. Will Duncan hit the wall? He didn't. Nope, he kept it in the floor. He's still going. Norman has the nose in front of him, though. He has to be able to clear him. And if he wants to go after that 77, he has to go now. And he really drove it in there. And now Michael Norman is up to 2nd place. Does he have anything for Richard Johnson? There's about 3 car lanes separating them, possibly 4 now. Heading into the back straightaway this time by. They hit the line. It'll be 1 lap to go. And William Duncan just gave up 3rd to the 12 car, Zohar Martin. Liam Irving's moved his way up to 5th, but I don't think they're going to have time. The white flag is out for Richard Johnson. Does Michael Norman or Zohar Martin have anything for that 77 car? Xavier Livingston is nowhere near him. Actually, he is. No, he's not. He's a little bit farther ahead than I thought. Norman's still 3 car lengths behind him. He's not gaining any ground on Richard Johnson. Coming out of turn 3 and 4 for the final time. Norman makes one last effort to catch the 77. It's not going to be enough. Richard Johnson is going to come around to the line and keep the rookie domination going. Richard Johnson wins the Kobalt Tools 400 here at Las Vegas. The rookies are now 3 for 3 this season. Veterans, 0. How about that? And the second week in a row, a Dodge just went to victory lane. Richard Johnson, the Penske Reynolds Dodge Charger, is heading to victory lane here. His first career win. Great win for that driver and that team. We're going to save that. And the results are official, and that is it. Richard Johnson is your race winner. Congrats to him and the host 77 team. Michael Norman, a strong run in second. Thought he had a shot at it, but just couldn't catch him enough. He was closing, just not enough in the laps. Just ran out too quick for that team. Zohar Munn, good run him third. Another Penske car up there in the top 5. William Duncan, last week's winner, will settle for 4th. Liam Irvig, he was kind of moving up there. He ended up finishing 5th. Great run for him. Danny Wells will end up 6th. Seth Cole 7th. Sean Williams 8th. Sean Hindley 9th. And Steven Gonzalez rounds out your top 10. John Dillon, James Qualls, Andreas Allen, Trent Dunham, and Jack Richards your top 15. And Jack Richards does not finish last this week. He gets a top 15. Hopefully this will help his results out and change his luck and get him back up there in the points battle. Joshua Mudd, Joshua Collard, who we thought was going to be the points leader until he started hitting the wall and really destroyed his car, will end up 17th. James Silverfox, Joseph Lombard, the pole leader, ends up 19th after whatever happened to him. We're going to find out what that was after this. We're going to check that and the Kurt Morchnik, Ryan Acosta wreck as well. And then Jake Rogers rounds out your top 20. Aaron Williams, James McLeod, Dylan Young, Cody Birmingham, Xavier Livingston, with all the cars left on the lead lap. Then you got Red Bell lap down with Rohit Vaderview a lap down. The points that are coming in, Pichu London ends up 3 laps down in 28th, but probably more than likely lose the points lead. Tough break for him and that team. And then all the drivers that dropped out of the race. Jacob Lawler, Charles Jackson, Barney Ward, Kurt Morchnik, another person that possibly could have took the points lead until the wreck happened. Tim Freilich, Brian James, Justin Perry, Daniel Hummel, Sean Galligan, Cody Lamas, Tony Vendetta, Ryan Acosta, Dom Capps, and Callum Wells. Now we'll go back and check the replay now and see the multi-car wreck on the front straightaway that took a huge amount of drivers out of today's race. That started with Ryan Acosta. Well, this is actually interesting. I thought this was starting with Kurt Morchnik and Ryan Acosta. I was wrong. Ends up with one of the drivers that actually finished in the top 10 today. That's that 29 car, Danny Wells. He's already committed to the bottom, and Ryan Acosta actually just comes straight down into him. So that really wasn't Danny's fault. Ryan Acosta, I don't know what he was doing. He gets hit by the 29. Slingshot him right in front of Kurt Morchnik, who almost got through the wreck. Why don't you keep an eye on this part of the wreck? Morchnik up there spins. And then who hits Ryan Acosta? I don't think anybody did. Kurt's still spinning. And if you hear Family Guy again, I apologize. Brian James, when they hit Kurt. And then cars started spinning around. Joshua Mudd, Steven Gonzalez, how they get through. John Dillon. There goes Tim Freilich, James McLeod around. James Silverfox missed. Daniel Hummel piles in. Sean Galligan piles in. See Jacob Lawler. Barney Ward slams Justin Perry. Pichu London hits Galligan. And then the rest of the people just start piling in. Jake Rogers, Cody Lamas, Charles Jackson, Daniel Hummel. There comes Ryan Acosta. He avoided everything and then just runs over Charles Jackson. And I don't know what just happened there. There's a lot of weird action right there. Those cars wrecked. And yeah, it took a lot of drivers out. And now, after we saw what just happened there, what exactly happened to our pole leader, Joseph Lombard, at the end of this race? Well, now we're here behind the 42 of Pichu London. They're 3 wide for position. Danny Wells, Sean Hindley, and Joseph Lombard. And they're coming up on the 42. Now, Lombard gives them plenty of room. Just Hindley. Oh, Sean Hindley slid up into Danny Wells. He's going to knock him down into Joseph Lombard. So Hindley and Wells got together, and just Lombard was the innocent victim. And Hindley slid through the grass and continued on. Lombard's going to keep spinning, hit the front end. Steven Gonzalez and others sneak by. And that's what happened to Lombard. He ends up 19th today. Not what he was looking for, but just wrong place, wrong time for that 24 car. Tough break for them. Not a tough break for our winner today, Richard Johnson. As he goes to victory lane today for the first time, and we'll take you back to the post race and all the good stuff. And we are back. I'm going to take a look at the results one last time. And there you go. But that is it for today's race at the Kobalt Tools 400. Thanks for you guys for watching. Remember to comment, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff to make me happy and you happy as well. I don't know why I said you guys, but anyway, hope you guys are happy with the race. And we are done at Las Vegas. This weekend is over here. And I apologize for kind of being spaced out a little bit. Just got stuff going on. And yeah. And also wanted to point out, next Monday I will be leaving for a few days and won't be able to record a race for about a week. So if there's no races out next week, don't freak out. I'm just not going to be here at all. But just letting you guys have a heads up, I'll try to get a couple races out before the 28th. But thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. And congrats to Richard Johnson one last time. And we're done at Las Vegas. I'll see you guys for the next race, for race number 4. The point to be at the following part of this video at the very end. And yeah, I will see you guys for the next race at Bristol, aka Tits.